Welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list and a little bit of market talk for the tomorrow is going to be the 18th Thursday. Don't forget markets are closed this coming Friday, so tomorrow is the last day of trading. There'll be no video tomorrow night. I may do a video on Sunday. It might be a short video. It's Easter Sunday, so I'll try to work one in. So let's go ahead and look at the action today. So, the market has been the SPY. Here's an intraday chart of the SPY. We've been popping up and then selling off. Today we popped up here and then we sold off pretty much most of the day on the SPY. You could see here's our pop when the market opened up. We moved down throughout the day. This yellow line is about the 5 EMA off the daily chart. So we were breaking down above it. The battles that went on there, they popped us back up off of it. And then into the close, we were breaking down below it again. Dip buyers showed up again. So right now with the SPY, we're playing this kind of bounce ping pong between the 10 SMA, the 5 EMA. Like I said, we popped up and then we held above the 10 SMA at the moment for the SPY. But as a swing trader, you're not being able to hold on to things for very long. You have to take your profits quickly if you're doing some swing trading. Day trading, the volatility is out there, so we're getting some good day trades. So that's going well. We traded HEXO in the room today. We traded some of the cannabis names today. Let me go ahead and bring the heat map into the shot here. The healthcare sector got hit again today. Bernie Sanders was out tweeting about healthcare pricing today, and also the UNH, United Healthcare CEO, was making comments on healthcare for all. So that stock taking a hit today. UNH dropping 2%. Pfizer was down 3% on those concerns about healthcare pricing and drug pricing. AbbVie was down. Merck, look at Merck, down almost 5% on the day on Merck. And as you could see, Amgen was down 3%. So this whole sector taking a big hit there. Apple was strong today. Apple up almost 2% on the day. Microsoft gliding higher again, almost up 1%. The banks were getting some buying, and we want to see that. So maybe some money shifting out of the healthcare sector, moving into the banking sector, as JP Morgan was up 3% on the day. So we had Intel up 3%, over 3% on the day. Qualcomm continued to move up today after they had that settlement with Apple. So let's see. After the bell tonight, we got North Korea now back in the news. North Korea test fires a new tactical guided weapon. So that news came out after the bell tonight. I didn't see much reaction yet in the futures. Right now, I'm looking at the futures and they're pretty much flat at the moment, so not really affecting the futures at this hour. So here was our call on HEXO today, over $6.22 with a 7-cent stop, and that stock is cruising up in after hours. If you don't believe me, here's the chat room. All right, and we posted in the room a HEXO over 622 at 17 minutes after 10. There's the stop. All these alerts are put in the room and called over the microphone, plus some other things that we traded today. So I don't want to get into all that with you and bore you to death. After the bell tonight, uh, Canopy Growth is moving up strong. CGC said to near deal with Acreage Holdings. So that is moving the cannabis names up in the after hours. We'll go ahead and get into that. Let me get this out of the way. So take a look at HEXO, that one that I just showed you. We're still all holding a piece of this. All right. So this was a day trade. We got in at 622. It kept climbing throughout the day. So as we do in the room, when we start to get a nice cushion from a day trade, you could get get a nice swing trade. Now, if this was going against me, I don't believe in that kind of a hold. All right, when things are showing strength after I buy them, I do try to swing trade a piece of it. And so now, like I said, the cannabis names are moving up in the after hours. So we have a nice entry on this HEXO. So going to try to hold it, see what happens in the morning. Now I've taken some profits along the way in HEXO, like we teach in the service, and now we're holding some for a swing trade. CGC up in the after hours tonight, so that one is moving up. I also saw, I think ACB was up in the after hours. Yeah, ACB up a little bit. CRON was moving up a tad. A little bit of trouble here at that 1650 spot on Cronus Group. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of the other markets for today. So as you can see, the percent change down on the IBB. We were down almost 4% on the day there. JNUG also down today. JNUG was down 1%. That's gold. We had UNG, Nat Gas down almost 3% on the day. The IGV, the software sector, down 1% on the day. To the upside, the VIX was getting a little bit of action today, up about 3.5% on the VIX. The SMH popping 1.5%, but I didn't like this candle. Maybe a blow-off kind of top candle here in the SMH, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, you've had a big run in the SMH, and it wouldn't surprise me if we got a little bit of profit taking here. I couldn't call buying the SMH up here, but Wall Street they can sometimes keep pushing things up. So here's the weekly. As you can see, we made new all-time highs. Qualcomm had another good day today. QCOM moving up strong, kind of a indecisive candle here, but a big move up from yesterday after that news with Apple. Intel was very strong today. That stock moving up nicely. Maybe an inverted hammer here on Intel. So maybe a little buyer's exhaustion here in some of the semis. So we'll keep an eye on that. As far as the sector performance, the XBI down 5%. The XHE, the healthcare equipment, down 4.5% on the day. XLV, as we said, the healthcare sector down almost 3% on the day. To the upside, we had the airlines up today 1%. The XLK, the technology sector was up about 0.5% on the day. So the Dow itself was minus 3 points. The Nasdaq was minus 4 points for today, and the S&P was minus 7 points. In the Dow Jones, in the transports, that was up today. The transports were up 109 points on the day. CSX was up strong today. KSU also moving up today. DAL, I believe, was up. Delta Airlines, let's see. Yeah, that was up a little bit, but it was mostly the railroads pushing up the transports today. So they did well today on the transports. TAN was up today, up 1% on the day for TAN. Let's go ahead and get into some of the news that came out in the after hours, courtesy of our friends over there at the Trade Exchange. Audio news throughout the day. Team earnings per share miss by 2 cents and a revenue beat for a team. They didn't like what they heard here. So team TAM dropping hard in the after hours tonight on that earnings report. Let's see. LVS earnings per share beat by 5 cents. Revenue beat also on LVS. That stock moving up in the after hours. ETFC, E-Trade Financial moving up in the after hours. Earnings per share beat by 6 cents. Revenue beat. Craig, a China name, had some news after the bell tonight. Let's look at the chart here, the intraday. Not much reaction to it. Craig Recycling Energy Corporation announces closing of 1.8 million registered direct offering, so they closed their offering. Let's see. Glow Point announces effectiveness of previously announced reverse stock split. So Grow will be doing their stock split. AA earnings per share and revenue miss on Alcoa. That stock leaning towards the downside in the after hours. Pier 1 Imports came out with some news after the bell tonight. They're moving that one down. Let's see, what was the news? Appoints Deborah Rieger as interim chief financial officer for Pier 1 Imports. SLM earnings per share beat by 4 cents. CNS earnings per share beat by 2 cents. Revenue beat there. TSC earnings per share and revenue beat. MBIO and was moving up in the after hours. MBIO popping in the after hours. Something St. Jude's Research Hospital publishes results of gene therapy for treatment of infants with X-linked severe combined. I won't even begin to pronounce that, but in NEJM. But anyway, MBIO was popping up in the after hours. FBIO also popping up, but giving it back in the after hours. So those two moving up in the after hours tonight. Chipotle customers report hacked accounts. Let's see if CMG is down. Yeah, slowly grinding down in the after hours tonight on CMG. Chipotle Mexican. Let's see what else. Top insider purchases courtesy of the trade exchange here. CHAP and JP Morgan director purchases 18,000 shares at $111.03. All right, so that's some of your news that came out after the bell tonight. Oh, by the way, GoGo just noticed the senior notes offering of $905 million for GoGo. GOGO. So that stock was moving up into the close today, not really affected by that news in the after hours thus far. Let's look at a couple of more markets and then we'll go into the watch list for tomorrow. So the Q's coming up to a resistance spot here on the daily chart, kind of pulling back a little bit. Once again, though, still holding above the 5 EMA and the 10 SMA and the fast moving averages. But we are up here at a resistance spot. A lot of folks will be watching the IWM as we are moving back below the 200 SMA. Kind of caught itself here a little bit on the IWM, holding above the 50 SMA currently on the IWM. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. And then the micro caps, the IWC, remains below the 200 SMA, and now that is below the 50 SMA and closing right around the 20 SMA on the IWC. So we'll have to see if we get continuation to the downside in the micro caps for tomorrow. Some unusual call activity. This information from the trade exchange. TM, X, MJ, KNX, KTOS, and HOG all had unusual call activity. To the put side, we had CRONT, LYFT, Grub, and CME with unusual put activity for today. That news coming from the trade exchange, that information, I should say. Let's go ahead and take a look at the watch list for tomorrow. By the way, please hit the like button and the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, but definitely hit the like button if this video is helping you out. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps us grow the channel with YouTube. So these cannabis names will be on watch for tomorrow as takeover chatter going around in some of these names. So ACB will be on watch. A retailer that looks good on the daily chart. Let's check out ANF, right? ANF has been very strong. So I'm going to be watching AEO. Could be a possible swing trade in this name if we could get up over this recent highs here of about $23 on AEO. Keep an eye on that one. Some of the banks will be on watch. Bank America starting to poke its head above $30 here on this name. Let's look at some other banks. JP Morgan, a very strong move. Morgan Stanley, a strong move. Citigroup, which we traded yesterday. Citigroup now getting above $70 on Citigroup. So let's see if Bank America wants to make a move for tomorrow on BAC. Goldman Sachs trying again here. Good strong candle, right? in Goldman Sachs. It was up from the open into the close. Has this 200 SMA in the way on Goldman Sachs up here at 208.79. So maybe if this one can clear this, 208, 209 area for Goldman Sachs, keep an eye on that one. HEXO, like I said, we're in this one already. Nice pop, good continuation move in the after hours, but we'll be watching that one tomorrow. Cronus Group will be on watch. Not much reaction in this one in the after hours thus far, but we'll keep it on watch for tomorrow. I don't know if this FBIO is going to do anything, or the other one, MBIO. They kind of popped and pulled back, so not my favorites there. Some solars, First Solar, watching this one to get up over this $61 area. Still flagging here on First Solar. Possible swing trade in that name. Another solar, VSLR, is looking good. Has this, I guess, what's the high back here of 565? So maybe over that 565 spot for FSLR. Looking good on that setup. Sedge also getting up above the 200 SMA now for this solar stock. Keep an eye on that. It's an Israeli solar stock. We did get some pullback today. Look at the momentum come out of this strong IPO, right? Stair steps up, escalator down, right? Tiger, the momentum came out of it today. Maybe a possible bounce on Tiger. Let's see, there was VFF, the one Citron is going after, is another cannabis play. Actually, this is what Citron did to it yesterday. Held up okay, kind of an inside day today. We'll see anything going on in the after hours. Up a little bit in the after hours, so we'll keep an eye on this one tomorrow. An oil stock, watching this one. If it can take out 1785 area for MRO, keep an eye on that. Another IPO I'll be watching, JMIA. Right, a lot of momentum in this name, now pulling back. We actually got a $2 trade out of JMIA today. We played it on a 2-minute chart, right? And we played the reversal here perfectly. They pushed it down at the open, was watching it, got back above VWAP, and it popped $2 over that $47 area on JMIA. That was another one that we traded today. Then after that pop, it did nothing for the rest of the day. Couldn't short this name. I couldn't find shares to short. It's a recent IPO, so be watching that. NEPT is another cannabis name. Had a strong day today. Expanding volume, 1.2 million shares on NEPT. That is a cannabis name. OMED was popping up. We also traded this one going into the close. We grabbed this one around $1.12 or so, and it popped up to about $1.25. Kind of pushed back in the into the close here. I think they're doing a reverse merger on OMED. Might be one you want to keep on your watch. They might do something. Riot, we got a nice trade out of Riot today, coming up over that 510 area on Riot, and it moved all the way up to $5.40. So that'll be on watch again. If the crypto stocks are going to do anything, maybe Mara wants to join the party too. We tried Mara today, just didn't want to go. Got in at $3.30, popped up to about $3.35, then came back at me, so I had to get back out. So that one did not work. We did have some IPOs today. We had BWAY, that's an Israeli company. They popped this one up, but not much follow through in that one. Another IPO today, PLMR. I think some of the folks in my service, we talked about it, how it was, if it got up back above $19, they got a trade out of this one. PLMR. So this was a decent IPO. Wasn't too spready, so they got a trade out of that. TPTX was another IPO for today. Held up well. All right, so maybe TPTX might be an IPO you want to keep on your watch for tomorrow. Now, I don't have the symbols in my charting system. This is TC2000 yet, but we have 2 IPOs coming out tomorrow. Zoom symbol will be ZM. ZM as in Michael, and then you have Pinterest coming out with their IPO for tomorrow, PINS. All right, so Peter, Irene, Nick, Sam for the symbol for uh, Pinterest for the IPO for tomorrow. So we'll end the video on a couple of stocks. Microsoft had a good, strong day today. Microsoft just grinding higher, holding those trend moving averages, the 10, the 5, holding above the 20. Had a good day today. Apple had a very nice day today. Apple, you might want to keep this one on watch for tomorrow. Good, strong day today for Apple. So we'll leave the video there. I don't want to give you too many to watch because tomorrow I would imagine it's going to be, some volume in the morning and then it'll peter out. I believe the bond market closes tomorrow at 2 o'clock, but the stock market tomorrow closes at 4 o'clock. And then there is no trading on Friday. Markets are dark on Friday. All right. So this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. Please if you watch this video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we do a video. Hey, if I could do something better on the videos, leave some comments down below. If there's some stocks that you're watching, leave some comments down below. We'll try to get them in next videos. Like I said, I'll probably be doing a shorter video on Sunday. It is Easter Sunday. We'll do the best we can. Everybody have a good weekend. Have a good day trading tomorrow. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com.